A Canada teen is facing criminal charges for playing XXXTentacion's song "Look at Me" in a church. According to the Brampton Guardian, 2 teens in Ontario, Canada, entered from a side door to the church and sat in the front row. Soon after the congregation finished singing Alleluia and awaited a guest priest's remarks, the 2 boys ran up to the lectern, held up their cell phones to the microphone and press play. So there you go. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Canadian churches don't like him.
Blasphemy, sacrilege, profanation.
Yield not to Tentacion. You know what I mean?
Tentacion.
Yeah.
Tentacion, which is weird because it's I don't know. It's terrible. This guy, have you heard of XXXTentacion?
No, but in my head, I am replacing every time you say his name with just extra tentacles because to me it sounds better.
I think
cooler,
it's badass.
Or just call him triple
extra
X.
tentacles.
Extra tentacles, which is actually really, really cool.
Yeah, because tentacles to begin with are extra. So imagine having extra tentacles. Like, oh my God, so many tentacles.
Like
what a badass
tentacles.
Rapper. I want his album. He has fucking tentacles.
These teens are facing charges of mischief to religious property, disturbing a religious service, and breach of recognizance, which is such like it sounds like it's such a Canadian thing. It's like, you are not apologizing, which is impolite. We're gonna lock you up.
Yeah.
So this guy XXXTentacion, he has been in the news recently. He's been in a lot of beefs. There's one video of him performing on stage and someone just flies on stage and punches him, like knocks him over. He is, when they canceled a concert of his in Chicago, there was nearly a riot, which happens sometimes when people cancel concerts. In addition, one of the more hilarious things to lighten it up is he had people throw him they tried to throw him over the gap between the stage and the audience. They didn't get enough on it.
Oh God.
So they just threw him into the barricade between him and the audience.
He's a rock star.
Yeah, and someone was stabbed at his concert.
Yeah, and he was like fine.
About it.
He got arrested for assaulting a pregnant woman. Seems like a real choice guy.
XXXTentacion. Guys, reading this story, I thought about the one time I was a misfit in catechism class.
Yeah, what happened?
So me and my twin brother were in catechism class. There was a knife that was cutting, they had snack. So I had the great idea of taking the knife, hiding behind this curtain, and then after we said prayer, hopping out and going raw with the knife. It was amazing. Don't say wow, it was stupid. I got so much trouble.
Yeah. I can't picture you doing that.
I was a bad little kid. In a catechism class. Catechism.
What's catechism?
It's Catholicism where you learn about, the Bible study, things like that.
I went to Catholic school. I know it's a word I guess I never learned what it means. Grace, have you been a hooligan before?
Yeah, but I got away with so much shit because my dad's the priest.
Of course,
so
of course you did.
Yeah, I feel like I'm reading through this story and I'm like, that would have just been like, I mean, I would have been in trouble, but that's not like unheard of. So I had these acolyte robes. They had acolyte robes and I was an acolyte.
What's an acolyte?
It's like the people that bring the candles down the aisle for the service.
Got it.
And they got these robes in, and I guess there's a whole, oh my gosh, there is a priest magazine, and I would encourage anyone I might even like ask my dad to bring it with him, and we'll do a whole segment on this magazine. It's a magazine where you can it's a catalog of like models like modeling the robes, and they just and the different like shawls and things, and they're just like modeling like what it would look like, but they have to use like prayer. It has to be like things like a priest would do. So it's like a model like holding a chalice like up like that. It's ridiculous, but they order these robes. I think my dad didn't know that the acolyte robes had a hood on, and so they came in with a hood. My brother and I, who were acolytes, and I would actually say that I was an influencer at my church.
Nice.
Not now, but then big influencer in the acolyte community. And and we got these robes in with hoods, and my brother was like, let's just like get weird with it. And so we like came in. We didn't tell my dad. The music starts, the organ starts. We like put the hoods up and like put our hands into the robes. We looked like monks, like with our heads down, walking in, and just started. It was just weird. We would do that, and then one time, my brother lit a girl's. No, was it? Yeah, no, he lit her hair lit on fire, but it got put out. But then the smell of her burning hair as the service went on, because she was like a trooper. She like went through with it, made her start vomiting.
No!
During my dad's sermon, and like we would also just sort of troll him every once in a while and just like ring the bells at the wrong time.
PKs
but
are
nothing
the
like
worst.
music. But I don't think I texted. I definitely couldn't text. But it's different. It's weird that they took this so seriously, but I wonder if I had done some of that stuff and I wasn't my dad's kid, he probably would have. I mean, I don't think he would have called the police, but
I don't know.
This
It's just so
escalated.
weird. Did this escalate? They just kind of played the music. It sounds like don't do this, kid.
But it's serious though.
It's being
got law
taken
enforcement.
seriously as a disruption of a religious service.
See, that's an escalation, I would think.
Yeah,
it wasn't just the priest grabbing them by the ear and being like, "Get back into the acolyte room."
People clutching their pearls like, it's not been hilarious to see though.
People were visibly shaken, but it's
Visibly,
not
they
being
were
being treated as a hate crime. So good. I never did anything like that. I was too like freaked out by. I went to Catholic school as like a non-religious person, and it was just you just sat there for like an hour and got to relax in the air-conditioned gym.